One thing that I think is very important is that you don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks about you, and you go 100% for what you want. My name is Aviaja, I am 30 years old. I am a DJ and a manager. Oh, and my hobby is making YouTube tutorials. I knew I was going to work with music from the age of 2 or 3 because I could not stop drumming. My dad, he's a drummer, so we always had drum sets in our house. If I were not drumming, I would stand in front of the stereo and just put on music and just dance and sing. And I still do that. I'm from Fyn and this is where I'm from. I started my own band in the youth club when I was 12. At that point, I didn't know I wanted to become a DJ because when you were a woman or a small girl in the 90s, you don't it's not normal. And when I was 18, some of my really good friends taught me how to DJ. And then I moved to Copenhagen, and when I was 23, I started hanging out a lot in the underground scene of house music. Las Pianos pushed me into DJing in front of people. I was so scared that day, but I was also like, I just gotta do this. I started teaching women to DJ because they wanted to learn, and I could provide a safe space for them to feel secure and to feel safe and not feeling any pressure of some sort. For me, it's like such a giving experience, and I feel very wholesome because I can really feel that they get so excited about this, and they just want to do it so bad, but they don't have the means to do it, and they don't know who to talk to or where to go to learn how to DJ. I don't really see my indigenous background that much in my music because I haven't really branded myself as indigenous. I started doing that 6 months ago because I started doing activist work about being an indigenous woman. So that's kind of where I took my first activist indigenous step. I found a lot of young indigenous people would write me and tell me that you're so happy to have a role model. I'm sorry, I get a little bit emotional. I'm sorry. One of the reasons why I do activist work is also because I have been feeling somewhat wrong my entire life in some situations, and I have felt undiminished and held down and pushed back because of my Greenlandic heritage. That's why I do activist work, because I know how it feels, and I have a platform. I didn't create it for doing activist work, but now I can use it and to strive to be a role model for young people or old people or just indigenous people and other minorities, because we have the same issues a lot of the time. That's also why it's very nice to have intersectional feminism, because you join forces because you of course are minorities, so it's nice to gather the minorities and learn from each other and help each other and support each other, because all of us activists, we're all in the front line, so we're all battling, and it feels like you're in war. One thing that I think is very important is that you don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks about you. And you do you, and you be authentic, honest, and real about who you are, and you go 100% for what you want. Yeah, just that.